Aloha, and half a day, I'm Amelia Rigsby.
Bonjour, talofa lava, I'm Hettie Sem. Welcome to the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, better known as FestPAC, here in Honolulu, in Hawaii.
Over the next 10 days, Pacific Way will be bringing you daily updates to keep you informed about the activities that will be happening here.
As in all the festival, different activities are taking place in different venues across the city. We will show you some of the venues where events are happening.
This year, we're celebrating the rich heritage and vibrant cultures of the Pacific across 5 stunning locations on the island of Oahu, Hawaii. Our journey begins at the Stan Sherrif Center at the University of Hawai'i at Manoa. This impressive arena will host the grand opening and closing ceremonies, setting the stage for a spectacular start and a heartfelt conclusion to FestPAC. The Stan Sherrif Center is also the site for the ecumenical service, where we'll gather to celebrate the spiritual diversity and unity of the Pacific Islands. Next, we head to the Hawaii Convention Center, the bustling heart of FestPAC. This is where you'll find the Festival Village, a vibrant hub of activity featuring artisans, performers, and cultural demonstrations. The Convention Center will also host conferences and symposiums, bringing together a diverse range of leaders and experts to discuss pressing issues and share knowledge on Pacific arts, culture, and sustainability. For a deep dive into traditional Pacific craftsmanship, we make our way to the Bishop Museum. It will be the venue for the Carvers Showcase, where master carvers will demonstrate their skills and share their knowledge. You'll also witness the Tatau Showcase, offering a fascinating look at the ancient art of Tatau. Our next stop is the breathtaking Kualoa Regional Park, situated on Oahu's windward coast. This historic and scenic location will host the Wa'a Arrival Ceremony, a moving tribute to the voyaging traditions of the Pacific. As canoes from across Oceania glide into the bay, we celebrate the navigational prowess and enduring spirit of our ancestors. The park will also be the site of the Wa'a Community Festival, a lively event featuring traditional music, dance, and crafts. Finally, we visit Capitol Modern, an iconic venue that will host Pelina, the FestPAC 50th anniversary exhibit. This exhibit commemorates 5 decades of cultural exchange and unity, showcasing the evolution and impact of FestPAC. Capitol Modern will also be the stage for performing arts, where you can experience captivating performances that highlight the diverse and dynamic talent of Pacific artists. Each of these venues play a crucial role in making the 13th FestPAC an unforgettable experience. From grand ceremonies and thought-provoking discussions, to masterful craftsmanship and vibrant performances, FestPAC 2024 promises to be a celebration of Pacific culture in all of its splendor and color that the Pacific is known for. Before the official opening, we saw the 40th Council of Pacific Arts and Culture and Ministerial meeting, where ministers for culture from across the Pacific region met. Here are the highlights.
The FestPAC 13, hosted by Hawaii this year, kick-started with the 40th Council of Pacific Arts and Culture and the 7th Culture Ministers meeting. Latila Mitchell, Culture Advisor for SPC, reflects on the journey and the collaborative spirit of FestPAC.
Yeah, we're definitely relieved to finally be here. It's been a challenge helping to get the countries across the line. With COVID, a lot of countries are still recovering in the cultural sector, and so it has been a challenge for both host nations and for participating countries. But I think everyone was really committed to making sure that as many countries as possible could be here with us.
As FestPAC 13 looks to the future, it aims to continue adapting through the use of innovation and technology, while staying true to its mission of gathering Indigenous Pacific peoples to celebrate their success and spotlight the exemplars of cultural practice in the region.
In the past, and traditionally culture and the arts are normally marginalized and not really seen for its full value in terms of resilience, in terms of community development, etc. So with these recent global and regional changes in policy and in thinking around culture and the arts and around traditional knowledge, we're really beginning to see the amazing opportunity and potential that FestPAC presents, not just for the Pacific, but for the rest of the world as well, as an exemplar of how we might do things differently. I do want to mention two innovations that countries have requested. And so the first is in relation to increased use of technology to enhance the delivery of the festival. And so this time we're experimenting and trialing the use of the Hoover platform, which will enable those who are not able to physically join us here in Hawaii to participate in some way. And the second being the Youth Ambassador Program. For the longest time, we've heard reference to young people as leaders of tomorrow, future custodians of the Pacific. And we've known for the longest time that they have engaged through the various art forms at the festival. But this year, for the first time, there is a dedicated youth program. And so we'd really like to explore how we might strengthen this moving forward into future festivals.
The 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, FestPAC 13, seeks to continue being a platform for Pacific cultural custodians to restore vital cultural knowledge and safeguard traditional cultural practice.
I've been festival director now for 2 years, so I wasn't the first festival director coming out of the gate post-Guam. And tell you the truth, I think over the last 2 years, while I've learned so much, I think had I been given a full cycle, we would have been able to get more things over the line, further over the line, than we have been able to do. But it's working with community, working with people like Linda Lilakis and Rick Schneider and our small but mighty team at Gravitas Pacifica, and really contributing to something that is larger than ourselves. You can't but be reminded why. I think there's one memory that I will take with me away from this festival. It's already happened, because our building of the festival village is one that takes many hands, literally many hands. And the hands that have come to put in, to touch the wood, they come from military personnel. They come from Native Hawaiian activists. They come from our general community, all touching the same hale, all touching the same thatch. And that's it's a powerful thing to know ultimately that what culture does is remind us of our humanity in a way that removes us from the systems in which we live.
Welcome back. As has been tradition from past festivals, the opening ceremony was preceded by the Wa'a ceremony, where we saw Wa'a from Pacific countries sail into Kualoa Regional Park Bay. Here are the highlights.
Aloha nui from Hawaii, o kainoa Carlson ko'ui noa. Today an opening Wa'a Day celebration was held as Hawaii officially welcomed the 25 delegations participating in the Festival of the Pacific Arts and Culture. Once the Wa'a arrived on shore, they were greeted by friends and family by song and dance, sharing their culture. The Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture is the world's largest celebration of indigenous Pacific Islanders, serving as a platform for Pacific Island nations to showcase their rich heritage and artistic talents. This year's theme, Ho'oulu La Hui, regenerating Oceania.
Today is, oh my gosh, the culmination of like 8 years of work basically. Today all of the canoes arrived. So some people, French Polynesia and Cook Islands, have sailed all the way to Hawaii to be with us for FestPAC. Some people have shipped their canoes and are getting on canoes. And those who have not brought their own canoes, Ohana Wa'a was nice enough to take their VIPs out on our canoes and bring them in, sort of symbolically having them arrive to FestPAC and start it all off.
What can people expect over the course of these next 10 to 11 days?
It is going to be a huge party of Pacific Islanders. It's going to be a lot of sharing. So I think the idea is we're sort of scattered all throughout the ocean, but so much about us brings us together. We repeat, we have the same issues, we have
similar languages. So bringing them together in one roof under the convention center is going to be amazing. One of the highlights is always heritage dance performances. There are going to be people doing kapa, weaving, dancing, singing. 25 different nations. 25 that are here are from Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. And we're just looking forward to hosting them.
Coming from the Tuamotu Island, we do play music all the time with families, and that's what we love. Just sitting by the beach and have the guitar and ukulele and starting playing.
Where do the songs and the lyrics come from?
They come from where we live at. They come from the mountains we see all the times, and the lagoon. It talks about
What does it mean to be participating in FestPAC, being able to see all of these different cultures and music and the history all coming together?
I think it's awesome. It's great. It's great. It's a great privilege for us to come and see other cultures of the Pacific. It's going to be a great adventure.
Tell us about what today means to you folks, to be here now celebrating for the Festival of the Pacific, to be able to see all these different cultures in person.
Well, I'm really excited to be at the Festival of Pacific Arts. We were supposed to come here in 2020, and so now we're glad to finally be reconnected with our Pacific brothers and sisters to celebrate the culture and connection and our relationships with one another.
Can you tell us a little bit about the attire you're in right now, what it means, and traditionally when you would wear it?
Okay, so right now we're just demonstrating some traditional colors, the use of yellow, orange. Some of our jewelry represents, we have cone shell, spondylus, but this is a form of a makadudu, which is a type of traditional shell that we would have used with our ceremonial attire.
The songs we were singing as a group, it was more like telling about where we come from. Also the drum beats we heard, the symphony of the drums, also tells where we come from the Cook Islands. So we're here to welcome our families on our boat, Marumarua tour, the Waka, all the way from the Cook Island. We also farewell them on the island, and we're also proud to welcome them on the beautiful island of Hawaii.
What does it mean to be here participating in the Festival of the Pacific, to be able to see all these cultures coming together?
It means a lot. It means a lot, especially for some of us that's first time here. It is actually a good experience for those of us that never got to leave the island to really, showcase our culture to the world, which is a good way for us to do that here, promoting our culture, and also to represent our families back home, those that couldn't make it. Also our nation, carrying the 15 stars on our flag to represent all our families back home.
What are you folks looking forward to most? Over the span of the next 10 days, there's so much happening with the Festival of the Pacific. There's culture, there's art, there's music. What are you most excited about?
I'm most excited about sharing the culture from Aotearoa with the culture of all the other nations that are gathered here. Not only sharing the culture, but sharing our whakapapa that joins us together.
What does that mean?
Our ancestry. Our ancestry, and I know in Hawaii your ancestry is important to you, to the Hawaiians. In Aotearoa, our ancestry is important to us, but I see the relationships and the ancestry of all the nations of the Pacific pulling together, re-establishing, reuniting, and expressing our sovereignty of our nations.
What does it mean to be hosting here in Hawaii? This is the very first time Hawaii has held the Festival of the Pacific.
We all know we're the most isolated, but throughout the Pacific, there's so much travel, so much exchange that happens. I think in some cases, Hawaii is sort of out of it. We're a little bit far, but we are home to the largest diaspora population of people from all of these places, and to bring their family here and be able to host them, it's a full circle moment, I think, because we're one of the youngest islands in the whole Pacific chain, so it's like bringing everyone home.
Mo te matutai nei o Hawai'i, paitahi mai korua ki te koro, mo ori hi mene wānanga te tātou piri tātou koa mo area. We invite you all to come to the different scenarios of the FestPAC in Hawaii. We're going to be performing with all the other islands, and let's go and share together, have some pictures and exchange on experiences together. Iorana e mauru.
The festival opened with an amazing start as countries paraded past in all their colors and splendor. Here are the highlights from Hawaii News Now.
Aloha mai kako, I'm Kainoa Carlson here at the Stan Sherrif Center on Oahu in Hawaii, where right behind me, Wehena took place, the official opening ceremony for the Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture. It's been described as an Olympic-style parade of nations. Each of the 25 delegations is presenting themselves to Hawaii. Each have prepared a 5 to 7 minute presentation in which they will share their culture and their heritage. Each nation will also be presenting a makana, or a gift to the state of Hawaii, the host for this year's festival.
It's a pleasure to be here. There's been a lot of planning, and of course with COVID over in 2020, it's been delayed. But it's something that we have to continue to move forward as far as the Pacific Island people.
Tell us about the presentation, all of the time and effort that went into what Samoa is going to be doing tonight for the Wehena, tonight's opening ceremony.
So all the dance group that will be performing is our teachers from around the different schools in the country, and our fire dancer is a 4-time world champion. So we are very, very proud to be here, but we also want to make sure that we are serving the reason why we are here, to promote our culture, to promote our language. You'll see a lot of our Samoan men showing off their tattoo, the traditional Samoan tattoo. And then of course, my members of the delegation, we're wearing our blue because those are the national colors of the country. But then we're also wanting to enforce, we've got the colors of the tapa, and which is again, very, very common amongst all of the islands in the Pacific, showing our designs of who we are as Samoans. We want to make sure that the people in Hawaii come and support this, because this is a fantastic initiative, and this is something that we have to continue to promote, especially for our children moving forward. Thank you.
It's an exciting time for us. Many months of preparation have gone into preparations to attend this festival. It's my first time, and the first time for a lot of our delegates. We're just so happy and proud that we'll be able to be here and join with our brothers and sisters in the Pacific to celebrate who we are.
Tell us about the work and all of the time that went into tonight's presentation and performance.
I couldn't be more proud of the delegation coming from Niue. They have dedicated so much preparing for the songs, the dances, the costumes. They're so excited to be here. I really got to give it up to them, and I can't wait to see them perform for the duration of FestPAC.
Tell us about some of the musics, the song and the dance that comes from Niue and what inspires it.
Niueans are actually descendants from canoes that came from the Cook Islands, Puka Puka Island, in Tonga and Samoa. And we've been able to really develop this uniqueness and this resilience and ability to adapt. You'll love the performances coming from Niue. They're exciting, and the kids are so happy and excited to be able to perform for everyone.
How does it feel to be here in person now for FestPAC? So much time, so much work, so much effort it takes to bring all of these people from the Pacific together. How has it been to celebrate culture with the delegation from Niue, but from everyone in the Pacific?
Surreal, to be honest. I still have to pinch myself. At the same time, though, I guess as a Polynesian, there feels to be some kind of coming home to Hawaii. I mean, we recognize that people from Hawaii are Polynesians also. I really hope that we'll be able to engage more, not just with Pacific Islands in the Pacific, but with the people from Hawaii as well. We are all one people, we are all in the Pacific region, and we stand stronger together.
Tell us about the performance that you folks are going to be performing today as part of the Wehena, the opening ceremony.
Atina Lani guys from Halau Kekuhi are the overall creative directors, and what they really wanted to do was bring ola, bring life, bring honor to Lahaina. And so the 3 mele that we all learned, there's probably about 10 or so halau that kind of came together to do this opening performance. And the 3 songs all are about Lahaina and Maui. And so It's really just about seeing the clouds come back, seeing the rain, seeing the earth there being regreened, and life just coming back. So that's really what the essence of this performance is. As in 2004, I actually got to go to the Festival of Pacific Arts in Palau. I mean, it was just such a mind-blowing experience, you know. 20 years later, here we are hosting in Hawaii. It's unreal, it's pretty cool, and I can't wait to just see everyone, see what they have to perform, and just celebrate who they are.
How does it feel to be participating in Wehena, being able to be a part of this traditional opening ceremony, kicking off the Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture?
Yeah, thank you. I think this is a good opportunity for us to showcase our culture. Not only that, but we are very appreciative of the invitations from the host country, and we are looking forward for the durations of the festival while we are here in Hawaii.
Auntie, what are you folks performing for the Wehena today?
Doing our presentations. As per program, we'll do the marching and then present our gift. I think it's just the girls will do a group dancing. This is our traditional attire. This is our, we call it in Tonga Tawala. And also we are having the whakahapai. It's just our show our respect, not only to the people who are here, but to everyone.
What has Norfolk Island prepared to perform tonight?
Well, we've been preparing for 8 years. Firstly, it's we have a gift for the nation, of course, and it's a very meaningful gift from our point of view. It's a lighter which carries our supplies from the ship to the shore, singing a song which it's called Gwen Herm, which in English is Going Home. It's about a boy who left Norfolk and learned his trade, and then he came home and he couldn't wait to go fishing and see his mum and dad and have a cup of tea.
Can you tell us a little bit about the attire, what the men are wearing, what the women are wearing, and what it means?
Well, these are costumes, obviously, that reflect our Tahitian ancestry, foremothers. And of course, our forefathers are from the HMAS Bounty, and our hats are all woven, handmade woven hats made out of flax, and so we're very proud of our hats. We have about 2,000 people in our population, and there's 29 in our delegation. It's probably the largest delegation. I've had the good fortune of 1992 I was in Cook Islands, and I've been to several since.
Mahalo nui for watching. There's many events taking place during FestPAC from June 6th to 16th. For a complete list of everything happening, head to festpachawaii.org. Aloha.
We hope you enjoyed the highlights from today. Now, if today was anything to go by, the next 9 days are going to be incredible as we continue to celebrate Pacific arts, culture, and tradition.
Seeing our sisters and brothers from across the Pacific is an amazing experience. Tune in tomorrow for more stories from FestPAC 13.
Mahalo.
Thank you, Tomas.